Hey, I just got out of a procedure with sedation, so I'm hoping I say some funny things in a little while. My first thought coming out of sedation was, oh wait, I fell asleep already. And I had been joking with the anesthesiologist. I'm like, yeah, the last time I remember having sedation, I was determined to be the only person who was going to count down to 0. And I think I got to 98. And he says, yeah, we always win. And then I remember threatening him of using an extra dose of sedative to make sure that the anesthesia just always win. And he goes, nah, it's strong enough to begin with. And I'm just like, okay. And then they put the oxygen mask on me. And he says, okay, take deep breaths. I think I got 2 breaths in, and I'm just like, oh, I feel good. Oh, I'm awake. Oh, isn't that just how anesthesiology always works, though? You don't even realize you're going under until you wake up and you're like, where am I? What year is it? Yeah. But, seems the procedure went as expected. There were no complications, which is really good because I was really worried that there was going to be complications. But it seems that there wasn't. They're just going to wait on some biopsies to come back, and that could be a few weeks till we hear about that, and hopefully I'll get a video up about that when we hear back. For now, I've just got some apple juice. I managed to actually tolerate a few sips of water, which is the most water my body has tolerated in months. And I am beyond pleased that I just got a couple sips of water. I'm going to keep sipping on water and hope that I've got IV meds in still. See my hand here. Got a nice IV in still. I feel really good. I haven't felt this good in so long. I'm so tired. And the nurse said it's totally normal for me to pass out again for a bit after I wake up, because that's how sedatives work. And that's part of the whole, they tell you to expect the procedure to take 3 hours or so, and I expect that's because I'm gonna pass in and out with the sedatives. Hopefully I won't drop the phone and just pass out in the middle of talking, in which case I hope my partner sitting over here will take the phone and turn the video off, and I'll deal with them. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. He said he's gonna just get a video of an hour of me snoring if he can. So maybe he'll edit that out of a video, maybe not. Now he says it's all going on YouTube whether I want it to or not. Getting ready for the procedure. The nurses all love my hair. As you can see, it's still a nice, pretty rainbow. One of the nurses who transported me over into the procedure room, her hair was like kind of a bright red, but also like a muted, almost natural red, and it looked really good. And then the other nurse was just a blonde. And I mentioned to the red-haired nurse, I'm like, oh, I love your hair. I live for colored hair. And the blonde nurse is like, oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you then. And I'm just like, oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. The nurses have all been really chill. As always, no judgment that I use marijuana for pain and insomnia. They're like, we're not here to judge you. I'm like, oh, I know. And if I didn't tell you, I'm the only one who would suffer. So it is in my best interest to tell you. The thing I'm most looking forward to, though, I am going to be able to eat in like an hour or two. And I'm going to get Taco Bell when we get home. Well, we're going to get home and then my partner's going to go back out for Taco Bell. He's pointing at me and he's made a joke that he's not going to get Taco Bell because he hates me. But if he doesn't bring me Taco Bell, I'm ordering delivery. So
I'll see if you're awake.
He says, we'll see if you're awake. I will stay awake for delivery. And my computer decided, even though I told it not to save his credit card info. So I can order delivery with or without his permission. I would never do that. I would never do that. But I could if I wanted to. So now I just have the long wait to make sure that I'm gonna recover from the sedatives well, and that I'm not gonna pass out and just not wake up ever. Because that's always a risk with sedatives. But I'm really glad to have woken up and heard that the procedure went as expected. There were no complications, which I was really worried about. I was really scared about. Just because I rarely have a medical procedure without complications. The last procedure I had was my gallbladder removal in 2012. And that ended up taking 4 hours longer than expected. And an extra incision for an extra camera. And then the procedure before that was the childbirth, where my kid got stuck sunny side up and I had to have a C-section because there was no way he was coming out. And that was after 21 hours of labor. And then before that, my appendix burst. And God, that was just kind of a shit show all around. I'd gone in one night with just severe abdominal pain, vomiting, all that. And they did all their blood tests, and we were there for a couple hours. And I remember watching both the Frosty the Snowman and the Rudolph the Reindeer stop motion animation specials on TV.
How you guys doing?
Okay, I'm having phone problems. I can't figure it out. I tried taking a video, and then I took a picture, and then I switched over to video and forgot that it started automatically. Anyway, the nurse came back to check on me. I can eat cheese again. I'm so happy. She was offering me crackers too, and I'm like, yes, please. And then I'm like, oh wait, I can't eat crackers. And then I was sad. My partner and I were just talking about the hill to get up here was not very accessible. There's really steep ramps, followed by portions of, like, flat ground. So they could have just evened it all out and made it one continuous smooth ramp, and it would have been way easier to get up. But nope.
We also have a picture.
Yeah, we got a picture of one of the sections of ramp from the road to the ramp. There's a step up, and it's a good, like, 4 or 5 inches up. I'll try to see if I can figure out how to edit this video to get the picture in right here. Because it was ridiculous. But there were sections of the ramp where my partner had to run to get me up that ramp at all. Unfortunately, we're taking a cab ride home through my insurance, so we don't have to worry about getting down the ramp. But he was joking that because there's railing on both sides of the ramp, he was just gonna let me roll And if there's anybody else on the path, then it's just bowling. Just strike! Can you tell he has an awful sense of humor? But I love him anyway. So, I think I'm going to end the video here. I just didn't want to leave it hanging because the nurse came in and I had to stop abruptly. But yeah, pretty much whenever I'm ready to go home, they're ready to discharge me. I'm awake from the sedatives and my blood pressure's good. It's a little high for me, but it's not high for normal people. So, that's fine. I never dipped too low. The lowest I got was 90/42, which they say is normal when you're on sedatives. So, everything's looking good, and we're gonna go home, and hopefully I'll get Taco Bell, and hopefully my intestines won't be too upset that I'm eating an allergen, but that's my future problem, not my current problem. My current me gets to look forward to Taco Bell. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.